it's been more than 10 days. Sorry about that. More than 10 days since I've uploaded a video because I got sick again with a very bad cough just for one day. But because I am immunocompromised, had a hard time recovering, at least for the cough. I didn't get sick for too long, but the cough didn't go away for quite a while. I guess it's a bug that's going around. Anyway, I think about 3 days ago, 4 days ago, I decided to scallop my Fender Vintera 270 Strat right here, and it's done. A few hours ago, it's done, and finally assembled it. And it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be because originally I planned on scalloping this very shallow scallop because of the markers are quite near the fretboard edge. So I didn't want to scallop it this deep, although this is not very deep, not too deep, but um, it is deep, and I hit the side dot markers there. You can see there. I hit the side markers, all of them, and it kind of look a bit. It looks awful, to be honest. But I had no choice because what happened was the first day that I scalloped the fretboard, I did it a bit shallow, and because the whole neck was tinted vintage ember, I I stained the fretboard uh, to almost the same color as the original tint, and I use a water-based wood stain. And I think because of that day was a bit humid and it rained a bit in the morning. In the morning that I started scalloping this and staining the fretboard, it took me about a few hours to scallop it and staining, trying to get the correct color of the original stain. By the way, I found out that the Vintera 270's vintage tint is applied to the wood before finishing it with a clear lacquer. When I scallop it, I remove the lacquer first, and I saw that the lacquer was clear. They stained the whole neck, so that's how they make the the Vintera 2 necks look like it's been a few years already. And so back to the stain. After finishing the scalloping and staining it, took me about a few tries to get the exact, almost exact tint of this. And I used water-based wood stain. The problem was it went late. It got late, and then was a bit humid. So I left it and decided to just continue it the next day. So of course, the next day after waking up, I saw that the fretboard was the color of the stain was okay. I didn't have any problems with it. But then after, because when you stain a wood, if it's dry, it's very different when you put the finish on. So after putting the first layer of finish, I found out that there were uh, green blots on the stain, almost same as, I don't know if you can see from the edge of this, but there were some green. I don't know if it's mold or what, but there was green something on the wood after putting on the first layer of paint. And I wonder what it was, and I thought maybe it's mold because after all, I left it for the whole night outside on the balcony. By the way, my balcony is covered. Although it's covered, I thought the humidity made, and because I used water-based stain, my thought was maybe the humidity created some green molds on the stain. And so when I painted the first layer of the paint, it it looked like there were some green parts on the neck. There were some green parts on the fretboard. So I was very unhappy. I wasn't happy about it, and I had to redo all everything, and I had to sand off all the everything, and then you know I had I've put the first layer of finish already, so I sanded it down, and then after sanding it down, this fret here, the side marker started showing up. So I guess because I had to remove all the stain, all the parts of the wood that was already stained, and already put the finish on. And because of those green, I think there's cannot be seen here, but because of those green molds, look like mold on the wood stain. After finishing with the first layer, I had to remove all the paint again, and because I had to sand it down, the stain was not even anymore. And the problem was the stain that I used the day before. I mistakenly threw it away because it was water based. I thought maybe I'm not gonna need it anymore. So I threw it away, and then I regretted it the next day. So I had to sand down all the paint and the stain, and I had to redo everything. And so I ended up sanding and sanding and sanding until it went below the what should be the depth that I was aiming for. And so I just decided to just scallop it slightly deeper, all of them, because it's not gonna be even looking if I if this thing is showing and was a bit deeper. So I had to do everything. And then when I tried staining it again, I just couldn't get the original color of it. So it ended up like this. It's slightly lighter than the original, but it works. I guess sometimes get unlucky with things that you just couldn't control. I guess because of the rain that morning when I started working on this, and then leaving this outside. I mean, on the balcony when it was humid, and because I didn't want to bring it inside because of the. I thought maybe uh, dry the wood because it was wet with the wood stain. And it ended up looking like this. It's not really the best that I've done because of that. I mean, I have no choice anymore. Maybe, and then after just putting a lot of finish, I just became too lazy, and I didn't even flatten the finish and did the last finish so that you can have that. So now you can see the bumps on the finish. You can see some bumps on the finish right there. Right now it doesn't bother me, but maybe one day, next time, when I'm not very tired of it, because you know, getting some mistakes like that It just discourages me to do, because it takes more time, and I don't like to. I don't like for it to take a lot of time. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it like this. Anyway, it works. Maybe I'll do the cleanup next time. It's still not moving, the neck's not moving, so it's still stable. It's got a very nice shiny finish on it, but there's some bumps in there because I became too lazy and I didn't want to just to wet sand everything, and I just set it up, and I thought I'm just gonna do it the next time. It works, but not the best that I've done. I wouldn't say this is a good. I wouldn't say this is a. I don't know. Maybe I'm just unlucky about it. Next time, I'm not gonna use. I'm not gonna do anything when it's raining, when it's very humid, because I kind of feel that caused the green blots on the wood stain, and I had to redo everything. And because I had to redo, it ended up being deeper. Anyway, I guess that's it for today. I just want to update you on this Vintera 2 70's Strat that I tried scalloping, very shallow scallop, and it didn't turn out too well. But it still plays nice. I still like it. I wish I had easy access to StuMac USA so that I can just buy a wood stain from there, but it's too expensive. I ship it here to my country, to the country where I live in. It's very expensive, so maybe next time. That's it for the day, and thank you for watching. Bye.